we redo the kickoff. And Brown fields this one down the sidelines. A head of steam and got slowed up by Levi Steinauer. A little clothesline tackle just beyond the 30.
Lions will take over.
Everyone talks when they watch John Chick play about his tremendous motor. That Mike Benavides said to me that when we look at film on Chick, like this game against Montreal, there's a little clock that tells you what time in the game is on the game film angle. And he said it doesn't matter if it's in the first quarter on that clock or the fourth. John Chick is full speed every play.
Lions start just beyond their 30. Another quick hitter out in the flat, and Tristan Jackson wraps up Manny Arsenault.
4-yard gain.
So just like Farhan mentioned, you don't want to get a steady diet of anything to try and contain him. In other words, not double team every time. On that last play, they extended the edge with a tight end, Rolly Lumbala. So they get the double team on him there, but that's not necessarily what they'll do here on this second down. Maybe it'll be a chip block from Andrew Harris or the running back. Maybe they'll just go one-on-ones.
4 for Arsenault, 2nd and 6. Play action, pocket collapsing, and the pass is incomplete. A little bit high. The intended target, Courtney Taylor, looking for a flag, none there. And the first incompletion of the game for Kevin Glenn.
You know, Kevin Glenn didn't get real pressure. In other words, he didn't get flushed out or anything. It just felt, I'm sure for him, that he was now throwing from a phone booth. I mean, that pocket just kind of collapsed around him. He threw it into big-time traffic there and is very lucky he didn't get that one picked off.
Blanket coverage from Macho Harris, who once again this week is replacing the injured Weldon Brown at the dime back. Out of bounds, Ryan Smith down the sidelines. We do have a flag. See if that's no yards. But a decent return for Ryan Smith.
No yards, BC. That penalty's declined. First down.
Return was better. Well, you could get a decent argument about who the best defensive player in the league is. How about this guy? He's on a record pace for tackles. You've already seen him make a few of this one. League leading by a mile. Well, it depends on who you're cheering for. I have a lot of Rider fans that tell me tackles are overrated, and a lot of Lions fans will tell you sacks are overrated. So I don't think either John Chick or Solomon Elimimian are overrated.
No, they're not. And two great football players. If you were voting for outstanding D right now, those would be your 2 finalists likely.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Well, they're the same conference, but or division. Will Ford off the left side.
No, top 2 defenders in the CFL, and that's. I mean, when you take a look at Solomon Elimimian again, reasons for this excellence, but this guy locks in. His ability to understand the offense is a part of it. Speed to the football, outstanding.
Number 30.
And we're not talking tackle to tackle for a linebacker. We're talking numbers to numbers. He's already got 6 here this afternoon.
I'd say even outside the numbers.
Yeah.
2nd and 6. Here comes the heat. Durant on the move. Todd Smith can't hang on to the football. Heard some footsteps, but there is a flag down on the other side of the field.
There's a flag on the play.
Take a look at this. Todd Smith on that crossing route.
Illegal contact on an eligible receiver. BC, number 56. 10-yard penalty.
Yeah.
First down.
I was going to say, Solomon Elimimian stepped up and basically bumped Todd Smith off his crossing route here. Steps up, gets the illegal contact there as he's just trying to run his route across the field. You can defend your ground, but if you come out of your position to disrupt the receiver like that, then it's illegal contact.
First down, Roughriders.
1st and 10.
51.
Roughriders in BC territory. They go double tight ends as Dan Clark and Scott McHenry check in. Anthony Allen's the running back. Off the left side. And down around the 46.
Anthony Allen on the carry is brought down by Eric Taylor.
Eric Taylor credited with the tackle after a 4-yard gain for Allen.
Two good defenses, top to bottom. We talked about Alex Bazzi, Eric Taylor in the middle. Is there a stronger, better defensive tackle in the league? There's a few good ones. He tops the list. I'd say Terrius George, who's on the sideline resting right now, is another one.
2nd and 6. Far side of the field, incomplete. Rob Bagg was the intended target, but Adam Bighill was in the area. Hunt team comes on for Saskatchewan.
Mentioned when Darian Durant needs a big catch. He's been looking at Rob Bagg first and then Chris Getzlaff of late. And Getzlaff is getting a little bit frustrated that he didn't get the ball here. He's running a little zone route here against Ryan Phillips on that last play. Curls up and is open over the middle. Darian's looking the other way.
Bartell with the high boot that is fielded at the 11, and Brown gang tackled. The cover team's been much better since that first 65-yard touchdown run by Brown. Well, I shortchanged Tim Brown, and I apologize. A 75-yard touchdown return. So Josh Bartell is going to kick the ball a little bit differently. You're telling me to make sure they contain him.
See where the location of that punt is? Between the numbers and the sideline. Josh Bartell is going to have a lot to do with whether or not they can contain Tim Brown on these returns. If he can put that placement on the football, keep it in that corner, his cover team doesn't have to cover the whole field.
Lions start on their 12-yard line, and here's the end around. Manny Arsenault with the carry, brought down by Terrell Mays. And a first down for BC.
So you don't think of it really as the punter ever having to make a tackle, or you hope your punter doesn't have to make a tackle. But Josh Bartell can really limit Tim Brown if he's accurate and get some hang time and good location between number and sideline to limit what he's done, because he's been unbelievable the last couple games.
Lions have been well balanced on offense. That was in evidence last week against Toronto. 26 run plays, 25 passing plays. The first down on the run, so they stay with it. And Harris inside, not much there. Tate George in on the tackle. But they had a lot of trouble with Andrew Harris the last time.
Kick-started Andrew Harris' season. Prior to this game, the first two, Harris was limited in his carries, had just 18 in 2 games. In Saskatchewan, he had 18 in that game alone, 138 yards. So yeah, you can bet the Riders defensively have scouted number 33 in a big way.
Second and 10. Harris releases, takes the pass, takes off, and is going to be short of the first down.
Take a look at this defensive alignment from Richie Hall and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the line of scrimmage. Then you got a big gap, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the back end along the line to disguise and coverage. So what do, BC? They dump it in the soft spot to Andrew Harris and get close to first down. Well, they do get first down territory.
They gave him the spot right at the first down marker, and so the Lions offense stays on the field. Go empty, 6 receivers out, wide side, and the pass is caught. And the catch is made by Sean Gore, his first grab of this game. 14 for Sean Gore.
Well, Matt Dunnigan before the game talked about the play of the quarterbacks and how important it is, and it will come down to that. We talked about a lot of defensive players already here in this one that are dominant players, some running backs, but Glenn puts this ball where he has to, right over the defender to the outside to his receiver, just sitting on that sideline. It's Sean Gore. An accurate throw over a defender that is in his line. That was Terrell Mays for a 14-yard gain.
And that matches the longest completion of this game for either team, 14 yards. Hand off and end around, and away we go. Big run here for Sean Gore. So back-to-back plays. First catching the football, and now Gore runs. And another first down on a 25-yard gallop for Sean Gore.
Now this fly sweep, the Lions ran a lot of this under offensive coordinator Jacques Chapdelaine, who is now the head coach at Simon Fraser. Kind of went away from it this year, but coming back to it in this game, maybe a way to get away from John Chick, to run away from him with that fly sweep.
Prior to this game, 5 carries, 20 yards for Gore. He betters that with that 25-yard pickup. Glenn, short drop, he hits it in the seam, and the catch made down around the 12-yard line, and it could have been more. Courtney Taylor the catch, and he might have been able to run into the end zone if the turf monster hadn't got him.
Absolutely, I love the timing from Glenn. He's just going to wait until Courtney Taylor clears and gets into that spot. He really throws him open here over the middle. Matchup on John Chick that time was tight end Rolly Lumbala, and he held his own, held on, but held his own just long enough.
So a 25-yard run by Gore, 26 for. Here comes Brackenridge, and he got enough of Kevin Wren to take him down. Boy, that's the patented Tyrone Brackenridge blitz from the safety position.
Yeah, there's your outstanding defensive nominee from a year ago for the Riders, and his timing on these blitz uncanny. How well he times these up. It's almost like he knows the snap count. He knows the cadence. He hits it full speed when the ball is being snapped. The way Kevin Glenn can counter that is change up his cadence. Don't always go on the same count.
Mentioned it earlier this year, he was called for offside against Toronto, and when they went back and looked at the replays, he was so fast he was actually onside. He's so quick he looks offside. There's a Iannuzzi grab inside the 10-yard line. And so it'll be third down after the sack by Brackenridge, and the field goal unit will come on.
Did Mike Benavides think about that for a second? The field goal team came on kind of late.
Yeah,
there.
they did, but
I don't think there's any reason. Yeah, there's any reason why you would think that way, but.
Easy one for McCallum. And they restore their 10-point lead. But it could have been worse had it not been for the play of Tyrone Brackenridge. Across TSN.
Captain of the defense, Tyrone Brackenridge, is coaching him up at the bench. Hoping his offense can get in that green zone, red zone, whatever you want to call it.
That's Brett Swain in motion, so is Getzlaff, and the handoff inside. Will Ford, second level, and more down the sidelines, and he'll be bumped up at the BC 38-yard line. It's a 37-yard gallop for Will Ford.
It will be first down, Roughriders.
Alex Bazzi's been a great pass rusher, but this time he's going to get blocked well by Ben Heenan, the right tackle. And that's right at the point of attack where Will Ford's going to take this wide. Watch Bazzi, the young player, get engaged with Ben Heenan and just loses sight of where Will Ford makes his break. He's going to cut up inside and then bounce it.
One short of his longest run of the year. First down, here comes pressure. Durant got it away. And the pass incomplete. Swain can't bring it down.
Swain immediately patted himself in the chest, saying, "That's my bad." And he would be correct on that one.
Didn't make a catch the last time these two teams faced each other.
was a bit of a panic throw here from Durant. He had some pressure on him, but that puts him in a second. With that catch, would put him in a second and medium, second and 4. Very different scenario now at second and long.
Four receivers on that wide side. Durant looks over the middle and Getzlaf brings it down for a clutch first down catch. Biggest pass play of the day for the Roughriders, a 15-yard connection. Durant to Getzlaf.
You know, looking back a couple of series ago when Getzlaf was a little bit frustrated and showed it as he walked to the bench, I'm sure he went and talked to his good friend Darian Durant and said, hey, just take a look and I'll be there for you. Found a soft spot in front of J.R. LaRose.
3 catches, 37 yards, 70 shy of 5,000 yards in his career. First and 10. Back in the hands of Ford, straight ahead and down to the 20.
And they got to get Getzlaf going. I mean, this is a guy that can be a big play receiver for Darian Durant. You take a look at his pace. Now, he's been injured, so that's been part of the issue. But if he played all the games and you took that projected over the whole season, 2014, it would be his lowest total of the last 4 years. Last 5 years, counting this one. So they've got to kickstart Chris Getzlaf.
Working against the #1 pass defense in the league. Second and 7. Durant throws complete. Anthony Allen knocked out at the 16, and that's going to draw a flag. And Allen shows you why. Helmet contact.
Major foul. Unnecessary roughness. BC number 44. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, Mike Benavides doesn't like this. I think the BC argument here is that Anthony Allen is twisting and kind of going down to protect himself, so impossible for Adam Bighill. I think it's more that he's out of bounds, that he was already out of bounds when Bighill just kept coming at him and delivered. Now, was he out? The only thing I would say is Bighill ducked his chin and hit with the top of his head.
It was with the crown.
Yeah, and with the crown of your helmet, you can get called for helmet-to-helmet contact there.
Sets up first and goal. Ford, not much. Bream Smith helping out on the tackle.
First time the Riders in this game have been in the red zone.
And they'll get a little extra time to call this second down play as we hit the 3-minute warning in BC. Well, just under 3 minutes left, and it's TSN at the half. Rod and the guys will get their take on what's been a good first half of play here in BC in the GMC Coach's Playbook with Paul LaPolice. This has been fun. That's guaranteed it was going to be.
Guaranteed fun night or guaranteed win night?
See, big play here, second and goal. What does George Cortez and Darian Durant have? Out of a double tight end formation. And the pass incomplete. Intended for Getzlaf. The field goal unit will have to come on.
Ryan Phillips won that one. Getzlaf tried to run his patented corner and then pull it out, come out of that route, and come back on a curl. And this is scouted because this is what Getzlaf wants to run, and this is what he's run before. But what they do here is they bring him back and try and curl him up. Ryan Phillips has seen it before. He plays it well. He's going to take that curl and put on the brakes, come underneath, and Getzlaf can't get there.
Short range, and they're within a touchdown. As Milo goes 2 for 2 after 5 for 8 in his last 2 games.
My conversation with Ryan Phillips in this matchup, and he talked about Getzlaf, talked about Rob Bagg. When he got to Getzlaf, he's actually gone and asked his defensive coordinator, Mark Washington, if he could just mark Getzlaf wherever he went. He said, you know, if we need to, is there any way you just want to lock me up on number 89? I'll just follow him around if he's to the wide field or not, because Ryan Phillips is the wide field halfback, and they don't often just switch positions like that. But he said he's been pleading with the coach to let him do it. He said, well, we'll keep it in our back pocket. We'll think about it. If Getzlaf starts getting hot, maybe. By the way, former teammates Mark Washington and Ryan Phillips.
Not to mention Baron Miles on the other side.
Absolutely. 3 just outstanding defensive backs in their time.
Now they get to play chess.
I mean, these guys were teammates together, all in the same secondary.
Tim Brown from his 11. He's been good again. All the way out to the 45-yard line. 34 on that kick return. And again, Tim Brown's touchdown was his 75-yard punt return.
Got one of the all-time leaders in Baron Miles and playing it with the BC Lions in the same secondary.